Hi everybody, this is Crystal. Welcome to my channel, Bagoday Crochet, where you'll find anything and everything crochet and yarn related. Over 1,000 crochet tutorials for you to enjoy. So let's go ahead and get started on this one. So I'm doing a stitch tutorial today for you. And this is the Rocky Road stitch. It's actually very pretty and extremely easy. And it's not really too much. It's not really, I wouldn't even consider it a yarn eater at all, really. But it does have quite texture. Excuse my tail here, I didn't hide it, but it is the same on both sides, so that's always a plus. But it makes a nice thick fabric. Actually, I have a baby blanket I've made with this on my crochet channel. You'll be able to find that in my playlist of baby blankets. It has a really beautiful edge on it, and it worked quite well for a baby blanket. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous stitch. Anything that you want to make out of it would work well. Like I said, it makes a nice thicker fabric, but yeah, I wouldn't consider it too much of a yarn eater, if one at all, really. And it's the same on both sides. All right. For the purpose of this tutorial, this yarn right here, I use Lion Brand Landscapes, which is a medium weight number 4, and it is a 100% acrylic. The color I have is called Boardwalk. That's the color that I use for that particular piece. And I also used a J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. I'm going to use a 4-weight yarn again to show you how to crochet it, but I'm going to use a solid color so it's not quite so busy. For the tutorial, I'm going to be using Joann's Big Twist, which is a number 4 weight as well. 100% acrylic. The color is called Medium Rose, and I'm sorry about that. I'll be using the same size hook, which is the 6mm J hook. All right, so this stitch is done in a multiple of 4 plus 3, which means that your beginning chain needs to be chained in multiples of 4, no matter what you're making, whether it's a scarf, a blanket, a top. You get your chain in a multiple of 4 for however long you want it to be, and then you add 3 more once you're finished. So multiple of 4 plus 3. All right, we'll go ahead and start row 1. Row 1, we are going to single crochet in the second stitch from our hook. Remember, we never count the one that's on our hook. So 1, 2, single crochet there into that second stitch. And then we're going to put 1 single crochet in every stitch for the length of the chain. So row 1, 1 single crochet in every stitch until you get to the end of your row. All right, so I've made it to the end of row 1, and we're going to go ahead and start row 2. So row 2, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Now that chain 1 that we just did does not count as a stitch, so we'll pretend like it's not even there. We're going to go right back into this very first stitch here and single crochet. And then into the next stitch, the very next one, we're going to work a single crochet, a chain of 2, and then we're going to go back into that same stitch again and work 2 double crochets. So in that stitch was a single, chain 2, and 2 doubles. Now we start the repeat of the row. We're going to skip 2 stitches. Skip, skip, and in the next one, we're going to put a single crochet. So skip, skip, single. And in the next stitch, we're going to do what we did right here. We're going to single into it, chain 2, and 2 doubles back into the same stitch. Let's go ahead and repeat that again. Skip 2, skip, skip, and single crochet into the next. And then the next one, we're going to put a single crochet, a chain of 2, and go back into the same spot and work 2 doubles. And this is what we're going to repeat until we get near the end of the row. again, skip 2, skip, skip, and then the next single crochet, and the next single crochet, chain 2, and 2 doubles into the same stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat this stitch until I make it to the last 4 stitches of my row. Alright, so I come to where I have 4 stitches that remain. I just did in this last stitch a single, chain 2, and 2 doubles. So I'm going to skip 2 stitches, skip, skip, and I'm going to put 1 single crochet in the remaining 2 stitches. So 1 there and 1 here. Now I'll end row 2. So that's what it looks like. Now we're going to start row 3, and row 3 is the repeat row. It's not just a 1 row repeat. So it's very easy to do. So let's begin. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. We are going to put a single crochet right back into the same stitch. Remember, this chain 1 doesn't count as anything. Just like that. And then in the next stitch, we're going to put a single crochet, a chain of 2, go back in and work 2 double crochets into the same stitch. Like that. Now we are going to skip these 2 doubles and the chain space, and we're going to be working in these 2 single crochets down here. And we're going to repeat what we just did. So this first single crochet here, we're going to put a single crochet in it. And then the next single crochet, we're going to put a single crochet, chain 2, and 2 doubles back into the same stitch. Just like that. Let's repeat. So you skip these 2 doubles here and the chain space, and we're going to work down here in these 2 singles. So we're just skipping over. It's kind of going in front of this right here, and that's what gives it that rocky road look. So in the first single crochet, we're just going to single crochet into it, and the next one we're going to single crochet, chain 2, and go back in and work 2 doubles. And this is the pattern that we're going to repeat for row 3. Skip this double, skip this double, skip this chain space, and we're working in these 2 singles. Single crochet in the first one, and then single crochet into the next, chain 2, and 2 doubles into the same spot. We're going to repeat this till we reach near the end of the row. So here's our 2 singles from the previous row. Single crochet into the next, and then the next single crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochets. Alright, I'll meet back up with you when we make it near the end of the row. Alright, so I have made it near the end of the row. I did a single, chain 2, 2 doubles, and then I'm going to skip these 2 doubles and the chain space, and I have 2 single crochets left on the end. I'm just going to put 1 single crochet in each of those, and that will end row 3, and that is the repeat for the rest of whatever you're making. You just keep repeating row 3. So let's go ahead and do it again. We're going to chain 1 and turn. Remember, we're just repeating row 3. Single crochet into the first stitch. The next one, we single crochet, chain 2, and 2 doubles back into the same stitch. And then we skip this double, and this chain space, and we're going to work in these 2 singles from the previous row. So the first one we single crochet into, and then the next one we single crochet, chain 2, and put 2 doubles back in the same spot. Skip this double, skip the chain space, and these 2 singles from the previous row we're going to repeat. Single crochet into the first one, and in the next one single crochet, chain 2, and 2 doubles back into the same. So we're just repeating what we did on the previous row. And you can see it start, after you get more rows on it, you'll see that they'll start to pop out where they're supposed to. All right, there it is. So remember, you just keep repeating row 3 until you get your piece as big as you want. And remember, once you get more rows on it, these will start popping out every other row, and it'll start to look like this right here. This is what it'll start to look like. Now, as you can see, the top has a waved edge, which I think is very pretty, and it would be beautiful to end on that edge. But some people like a straight edge, so I did put a straight edge at the top of this one, and I can show you how to straighten out the edge real quick in case you prefer the straight edge at the top to match the bottom. So say you got your pieces, you got your piece as long as you want it to be, and you don't want this ruffled edge, you'd rather it be straight. I'll go ahead and show you how to straighten it out in case you want to do that. Maybe you want to make a blanket and you want to put a border on it and you need a straight edge. What you're going to do is chain 1. Now remember, this is the finishing row if you want a straight edge, and turn your work. Now we're going to put a double crochet back into the very first stitch. Like that. Now we're going to put another double crochet into the next single crochet. Like that. Alright, so this next stitch, which is a double crochet, we're going to put a half double crochet into it. Half double. And then the next double crochet right here, we're going to put a single crochet into it. And then the chain 2 space here, we're going to go right through the space and put a single crochet. Alright, these 2 single crochets down here, we're going to put a double crochet in each of those. And then we're going to kind of repeat what we just did. So this next double crochet right here, we are going to put a half double crochet into it. The next double crochet, we're going to put a single crochet into it. This chain space right here, we're going to go right through the space and put a single crochet. And then down here, these 2 single crochets, we're going to put a double crochet in each of those. And again, this next double crochet, we work a half double crochet into it. Single crochet into the next double crochet. Single crochet into the next chain 2 space. And then these 2 single crochets down here, we're going to put a double crochet in both of those. Now we're going to repeat this until we get to the end of the row. And as you can see, it straightens out the top there. So we're going to repeat this pattern until you get to the end of the row. Again, a half double crochet into this first double crochet here. Single into the next double. Single into the chain 2 space, so just right through that space. And then these 2 single crochets down here, we put a double crochet in each of those. So go ahead and repeat that to the end. Alright, once you make it to the end, I just put a single crochet in my last chain 2 space. I have 2 single crochets left here at the end. You want to put a double crochet in each of those, and that shall straighten out that top row if you choose to straighten it. Say you want to make a blanket or whatever, that straightens that out at the top. So this is what it starts. This is what it'll look like after a while. And this is what the top row looks straightened. So if you made a blanket, you could put a nice pretty border around it now, since all the rows are straight. But if you prefer to leave it wavy at the top, it looks beautiful either way. So I hope you enjoyed my tutorial, and I hope that you were able to follow along. Now if you make something out of this, please come show me on my Facebook page. I'd love to see it. Or you can come show me on Instagram. And don't forget to check out my over 1,000 crochet tutorials that I have too. There's a link below in the description box. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.